Next, before we get into Thor Bowski, I'm going to get into the first of the two characters that I thought, yes, we already talked about Captain America being slapped in the face with, not a true testament to what he is and how he's built with regard to his outcome. But even more so than that, I think the two characters that were completely slapped in the fucking face was Hulk and Thor in this film. One being Hulk. Everybody, correct me if I'm wrong, but everybody from Infinity War was, yes, either you can understand it or you don't understand it, but you're still mad that you saw Hulk go out like a little baby back bitch. Thanos whooped his ass. Thanos, without the gauntlet, just straight up whoop his ass and send him into an internal cocoon where he doesn't fucking come out because he's too scared. Got it. Finally, in Endgame, he is literally, because Bruce Banner says, I'm the best of both worlds. I have my super smart intellect, and I'm the best of both worlds because I'm giant and green and have super strength.
He says the brains and the bronze brought them together.
Literally what he says. And then guess what happens? How many times do you even see him fight in Endgame? Absolutely no redemption, no retribution. He goes out of the universe in this entire
his only moment
like
is,
a little bitch.
This was meant for me. I was made for this.
Yeah,
right. His only moment is that I can handle all these powers of the stones because I have the gamma in me. But that's his moment. I was meant to do this.
You can't tell me that.
And then he doesn't fight.
You can't tell me that he can't fight because he was seen charging behind Captain America in the last battle sequence. But then they don't show him. They
show him throwing a guy.
Yeah.
They show him charging, actually meeting, and throwing one of the aliens.
Well, that's it.
And then that's it.
That's it.
No Hulk the rest of the fight.
And I get it. There's a 40-plus characters.
And what are they doing? And what are they doing? This is another prime example. They just wanted to make it about the Thor, the Cap, and the Tony defeating Thanos.
Yeah.
Another prime example. I'll make this one. How much would it better have been? Scarlet Witch, Marvel, and Hulk whooping ass on Thanos.
Because they all get retribution.
Yeah. All three of them. That's the dream team. Not fucking Cap and Thor Bowski.
I love Hulk in this movie. He's the only character that actually got better in those 5 years because he solved his internal conflict.
Sure.
So why wouldn't you think that he would get better on the field?
Because he got better himself. He didn't really have anything to prove character-wise. He's the best he's been. Everybody says, okay, Thanos beat his ass, so we need some redemption. I don't think he necessarily needs redemption.
Redemption. It's in all the other movies. It's like, okay, we need to bring out the big guy. We need to bring out the big guy. He's our number one. He's our main asset, right? Take away the redemption piece. It's just the fact of he's fucking Thor, and Thanos doesn't have the stones. Why isn't he on there whipping his ass? He's fucking Hulk. Thanos doesn't have the stones. Why isn't Hulk whooping his ass? Take away the redemption piece. That isn't what they've done all time, all these years. He's just on the field messing around with measly little aliens.
Yeah. Right. How cool would it have been for Bruce to finally walk up to Thanos and say, hey, remember me? Yeah, and fucking get his redemption.
I just didn't need that scene.
Redemption
a lot of people
redemption,
needed that scene.
Either way, it's not that we needed to see it for the pure action aspect. It's also because in Infinity War, you literally didn't see Hulk at all. Yeah,
they made it a point.
They made it a point to say,
take him out of it.
Yeah, then say he was so scared or so intimidated or so beat, whatever the case is.
And Bruce couldn't get him out. Bruce couldn't convince him to get out.
And you're telling me...
And now Bruce is one with him, and you're telling me that he's not going to go and whoop ass on Thanos?
Maybe he's still scared.
No, because he's mixed in. He's got the brains. He's not all Hulk now.
No, they both got beat. He said they both got beat.
Overall inconsistency, just like the next big inconsistency, is fucking Thanos in itself. Like, how can you sit there and say that, and I got it, we don't really necessarily know how strong Thanos is because in Infinity War we only saw him with, some of the stones from the get-go, but you're telling me that at the end of Infinity War, Thor, the God of Thunder, who coming off of Thor 3 Ragnarok, which I called in the pre-Endgame hopes and expectations, that there was such a fucking roller coaster of highs and lows with this character, you're telling me that in Infinity War, when he straight up whoops Thanos' ass anyway, even though he has a gauntlet, with Stormbreaker, because Stormbreaker was made by this fucking star, you're telling me that now that Thanos is back in Endgame, Thor can't do shit to him? Why? How's this even a fight? He's the God of Thunder with Stormbreaker. Thanos doesn't have fucking shit.
Thor, in this movie, was another, just like in our Joker, it was another Jersey Shore. It was literally... you can stare, get your ass beat. It was you can cry or get your ass beat. That's what Thor was doing all movie. Yeah. He was either crying or he was getting his ass beat. Crying or getting his ass beat. He at no point did he have a moment of strength and overpowerment of
None.
normal Thor,
None.
like normal Thorness in this movie. It was either all emotional, which at some points was great, not all of them, or he was getting his ass.
So, in other words, like in the last video, cue the fucking clip of the last video, bam, I sat here and said that Thor was so inconsistent, and now you're agreeing with me.
I agree.
Per this movie,
I agree.
Thor was so inconsistent.
And you can't say he was out of shape.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't take away he's the god of fucking thunder.
He was the god of, and he
demigod.
whooped up Thanos' ass in the back end of Infinity War, even with Thanos having the gauntlet. And now he can't do shit. He was getting his ass whooped the entire fucking movie. I did not see Thor
He was
in this movie at all.
crying or ass whoop.
Yeah.
Crying or ass whoop. That's exactly what happened.
Well, here's the thing. Look, Thor is the god of thunder, so how do you write a god of thunder character and make him relatable? Well, you humanize him. Here, when Tony comes back and he's like, oh, what's up with him? And he, like, Thor's in the background and he's not even saying anything, you know, because he's pissed. They say, oh, he's upset. Right? I wanted to see rage, vengeful Thor, and chopping the freaking head off Thanos was awesome. I'm like, this,
That was
okay,
awesome.
he's gonna
Great
tear
scene,
shit
by the
up.
way.
And that's how you humanized him. He's the god of thunder, but he's got emotions. He feels things. He lost his mother, he lost his father, he lost his brother, he lost his best friend, he
Yeah,
lost
but he lost
half
all
his
those
people.
things in Ragnarok
Right.
and Infinity War,
Right.
and he wasn't feeling.
And then
them
he
yet.
lost half the universe. He feels like a failure. So I thought, okay, we're gonna see some pissed off Thor action. And then they took it a different way. Depression, sadness, and a beer gut. And you know what? As a joke, I'm fine with the gut. I'm fine with it if they let it go. But for me, it went too far. You humanized him too much. Then you took him from a god to, if he can get fat off beer, then he's more human than God and powerful. So it was like, okay, you just made him a joke, and they ran with the entire movie.
Yeah, and I
They
can't
went
have
with
a
it
gut. It's
too
one thing to have
hard.
a gut, but another thing to turn him into the Lebowski type.
Yeah, and they just
with the
on
cool, like
and
the
on.
robe and the glasses,
The big
and the dread looking
Lebowski
hair.
on, and a lot of people, you know, this is a big hot topic. Was it right decision, wrong decision? I'm fine with the depression aspect. I'm fine with the pissed off aspect.
Yeah, I
but
mean, they
the
could've
butt of the
shown-
joke for the entire movie. Fine, start with the
Exactly.
joke, and hell, a montage of them building the damn machine, Thor in the background running, and then by the time they go into the machine, he's back to Jack Thor. That's I'm fine. Boom.
literally
That's how it solves it.
Yeah.
Anything.
When Thor Bowski came on the screen, I laughed. I'll admit. You know, it was funny.
It was funny.
It was a
For
joke
the
that
moment,
wouldn't
yeah,
end,
and I got it.
I'm just like, okay, well now he's just pathetic.
And
he's not a great vengeful hero. He's just a sad.
And
sack of crap.
that's my gripe with it.
Yeah.
Is even
the
though
entire movie he was crying or getting his ass.
yeah, we're talking about sipping the Kool-Aid in some parts. This is a part where I can sip the Kool-Aid for the comedic aspect of this few couple scenes. But when you drag it out and then you do a 180 on the character to where he's so inconsistent and he's so completely different from who he was, you know, the past two movies of Thor 3 and Infinity War, it's just, that's when you're spitting in my face and you're telling me to just fucking drink this
Whatever
Kool-Aid.
is
Yeah.
happening in this movie, like just disregard any
Yeah.
Thor. Like, listen, guys, just coming into it. Thor's gonna be
He's
the
out
way
there.
he's gonna be in this movie. It
And
doesn't
he-
have anything to do with anything in the past or the future.
This is the biggest loss.
Just bite on it.
I get why he was that pissed and sad. It wasn't a drama. It's not like, you know, the wrestler type movie where it's about his alcoholism and he's a loser now when he was on top, and they did that. No, he was an ongoing joke, and it just got sadder and sadder in a bad way.
But
it wasn't funny. It was pathetic. He wasn't a hero. They just shat on him, and I wasn't a fan of that.
And then there's no moment of
redemption.
redemption or coming back to Thorness. It was just the only moment was when they approached him on the field, right? Just the three of them. He was like, "Okay, good. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page." And he brings the lightning down. That was his slightest moment. That was it.
And that's
then
my
he
point.
still gets his ass whooped.
That's my point. That's my point. Is how depressed he is. I don't really care about how much they
Yeah, but
humanize
you
him.
don't need to make a joke of him the
But
entire
at the end of the
Exactly.
day, he's Thor, the God of Thunder. We got to learn that in fucking Thor 3. We got to learn that when he got a hold of Stormbreaker in Infinity War. We knew who Thor was, the God of Thunder. In Endgame, he was not the God of Thunder anymore. He was so weak. It seemed like he wasn't even any effect on the factor on the battlefield at
Cap
all.
uses his
Mjolnir,
hammer
yeah.
better than he did.
Yeah.
Which,
In
by
battle.
the way, awesome. I mean, great scene. Awesome. Loved it. It's probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie. I can rattle off a few favorite
Best
scenes.
scene in the movie.
It's one of my favorite scenes, if not the top. Well, no, my top favorite is the entrance battle, the entrance, and then that would be my second.
Sure.
But he uses it better than Thor himself.
Yeah.
Like
Thor's not on his A game. That's the whole point.
But,
He's not.
so that's what we're gonna say. Thor's out of shape. he doesn't have the right.
That's my point. Exactly. He's the freaking god of thunder. So to say
stupid.
to say that you're pissed off and your mind's not there is one thing, but then you're saying that he's got overweight. Then how is he a god? Thing? You know, he's more. It just didn't fit for me.
It was
stupid, and it went too long with it, and it was not in the right direction.
The attire, the dress, and then the constant whining, the constant crying. This guy has gone 3 movies with all the same people dead.
I mean, honestly, I blame Thor 3. I love Thor 3, top 5 MCU movie because it's hilarious. Yeah, but that's what said, oh my god, Chris Hemsworth is funny too. He can be Thor and be funny. Let's keep going and going. And
they lost the Thor piece. You just said he could be Thor and be funny?
Right.
But they took away the Thor and they just made him funny. Let's just keep going,
make him funny, and then he's going to be the funny guy. Thor, of all people, the funny guy. I thought that's what we got Paul Rudd for, who was great.
Paul Rudd, perfect.
Yes.
Spot on.
Man.
We love Paul. Paul, you did awesome, yeah.
That's America's ass.
Yeah.
God, great line.
That's what you got Ant-Man for, and Paul Rudd comedian. No, you don't want, the
even
God of Thunder
War
being a
Machine
joke.
had some good lines, like, so he's an idiot.
I love War Machine, because he's always like, tell it as it is, like, okay, so we're going to do this. Why don't we just kill baby Thanos? He's like, I don't want to say it, but... he's awesome, too.
At the end of the day, it was just a complete... They chopped off his legs from right under him, and he wasn't even Thor anymore. They just shat on the entire character. He was purely a comedic factor of Endgame. That's all he was. He wasn't even a factor on the battlefield. He was nothing to me. But to my first point is going into this initial argument was Thanos itself. How are these 3 heroes having such a hard time with Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet? I don't get it.
They put up a better fight with him having all of them than they did just then. I don't get it.
And to it leads me to even question Thanos. Do you even need the Infinity Gauntlet, bro? Like, you're doing good. Like, what do you need this?
Well, no, that's for his mission.
Yeah, for his mission of snapping half the universe. Yeah. But I mean, what do you chase? Just fucking kill these bitches and then go get the gauntlet. You don't stop chasing the gauntlet first.
That's true.
Good, dude.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You can take on Thor, the God of Thunder, and Captain Marvel. Well, you did that with
you're a Titan. Yeah. This is your bigger.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get it.
Titans are strong, but they got no powers.
Thanos is a warrior in himself. He's a mad Titan. He knows some skills. I personally don't get into the whole, okay, this battle was like this level, this battle was this level, so that's inconsistent for this character. I get it.
100% inconsistent.
He won against
Way
Hulk.
Inconsistent.
I never thought he won against Hulk because of the 2 stones he had at the time. A lot of people think that. Because he had the 2 stones, that's why he beat Hulk. Otherwise, Hulk would have whooped him, whatever.
Yeah, 100%. At that time, he has the Power Stone.
Yeah.
He only has that stone, and
but
after he
the
gets
line,
that,
let him have his fun
stone.
Also means, okay, maybe he just likes to fucking fight. So he just likes to...
But he has the Power Stone. That's exactly what they're implying. They're showing you, holy shit, look how powerful this guy is. He just whooped up Hulk with the Power Stone. Okay, great.
I know.
Take that away.
I get it. It is inconsistent with Endgame where he whooped up 3 of them without stones. I get it. I accept it. But to me...
More Kool-Aid. They're just throwing on your throat right now. It's just more Kool-Aid.
Especially when
there's a lot
people
of
like Scarlet Witch and Marvel are on that battlefield and not doing anything about it.
They weren't there yet.
And previous to Endgame, I would have said and Thor on that battlefield. But then after seeing what Thor is in this universe now, a waste of my time.
Oh, and then not to mention the one fight in all of 15 years that they've been fighting together, the one fight Tony gets knocked out. And he's just hanging out while Thor and Cap are trying to beat their ass. Tony miraculously is out of the fight for about 5 minutes. And then, guess when he wakes up? When the grand entrance comes in. They show him, like waking up when they're all entering. It's like, oh, welcome back, Tony. I'm glad that they did that.
A lot of convenient
There's a whole bunch of convenience crap. I can't take it.
Just super convenient, like when Valkyrie has comms with everybody when she comes back.
The comm thing is